Hello and welcome back to The Good Talk, the show where we discuss what's hot, what's grot, and everything between in the wide world of Warhammer. My name is Adrian and I'm joined today by Shane. What's up, Shane?
Hello.
How you doing?
Man, it's crazy. We're almost at this end of this journey of like 10th edition.
Right?
As we've got one more Codex after this, but the Knight Codex is finally here.
We finally made it. After Night Summer, we've got Night Fall.
Yeah.
And
Nightfall.
Ah!
I have no idea if you planned that or not. That's great.
Yeah, thank you, definitely. So we have it here in hand. We're excited to talk about it. We have many thoughts. Shane's a big Knight player. Well, you're a pretty small guy, but he's big on Knights. And we have it, so we're gonna go through the book. We're gonna talk about what we think. Of course, the big question on everyone's mind is, did they fix them? Knights, of course, have been dominating for the last few months. We did have a hot fix just a couple weeks ago. Does seem to have helped a lot. We have a whole extra stream about that from Thursday you can check out. But today, everyone's wondering, like, did they fix them? Is it cool? Is it interesting? Are we in for another 6 weeks of Knights or not?
Yeah,
You know?
I think that going over the book and looking through it and reading it this way, that I think there's a good, bad, and ugly to the book. There's some things, and I think that they can definitely, like, with some changes, I think it can be a very healthy thing and has actually a lot of really cool things. The best thing about this is they really hit flavor on the head that has a lot of cool ideas and actualizing a lot of thoughts and feelings of having a big Knight household. Everyone loves like giant robots. Like that's just like part of the game. And so the allure of Knights I can see as being right there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the thing. Like, people love them or hate them, but like they are ultimately very popular. A lot of people have Knights because they're fun to collect. They have them in their collection. They built them over years. So when they become strong, you see a lot of them, and they're polarizing. But the truth is, a lot of people like them. So we're going to talk about everything. Of course, this is a discussion, not a lecture. So, let us know if you have questions. We're really curious what you think. We know that there's obviously other folks doing content today on launch day. So there's lots of information going through. We've been watching ourselves and learning. So it's super exciting.
A lot of these are just opinions. There's not facts. That if you disagree, let us know. If you agree, or if we miss something, it's really easy. But
yeah, very, very possible. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, so we just played a game between the new Imperial Fist detachment and one of the new Knights detachments. We'll refer to it. We will try our best not to spoil it, but we just played that, so that will give us a little bit of context to discuss it in certain times. So yeah, Monarchere 1 says everyone loves giant robots except for Lil B.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hater. He's just a hater.
He's just a hater.
He's like an old man yelling at the sky. What are you gonna say?
Yeah. He loves to hate, so the more people love things, it like empowers him.
Exactly.
It says reverse thing in the void that was born.
It's so true. And also, I do want to thank, of course, Games Workshop themselves. They did send us the book in advance, so we can go ahead and review it. We got the new Defender, which Shane built and painted.
Really loving the new Defender model.
He's cool.
It's cool. All the just like the little details, like the extra heads and like the tilt plates and stuff are just, it's like little details that I just love. It looks really cool.
It's a great hobby project.
And the nice thing about Knights is you mostly get most of the Knights by one box. You can build any like of the like versions of it, and it's cool.
Magnetize your friends. That's the rule. All right, folks. Well, let's dive on in. We have a book in hand. Shane's going to be mostly guiding us on this journey. Tell us about Knights. I guess the first question is, what is their army rule now? Before we had, of course, this really annoying field of plane that would go to a
That was the detachment rule.
No way.
So that. So yeah, we'll get that out of the way. There's the index gave you a 5-up field of pain and did something when you were honored.
Right. Which
is generally was either kill the opponent's warlord, or which generally people would hide them, and it's bad. There is no direct translation. There is no index attachment. A lot of the things that were really good that Knights had, like fight on death that you could do reactively after you fought, was gone. Like Squire's Duty, just pointing. Like they changed a lot of that. So a lot of the things that people hated about Knights is just gone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's replaced by other really good stuff.
Yeah, shocking.
But that's not so.
Okay, makes sense.
I really like what they did with rechanging the army rule. So
before we do, just because I know you're seeing this too, I want to say big thank you to Zell Nasty for gifting 5 Tabletop Titans memberships. Thank you, Zell Nasty. Been with us for a long time. Great hanging out this weekend at Nova. Hopefully you had a good time. So all 5 of you new members, check out that extra content. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
take us away.
What's new is the army rule is broken out into 2 parts.
Okay.
You have deeds, which is essentially a quest your knight has to go on from their house to complete that there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
If you complete that, you get some CP, and then you get the status of Honored, which does affect certain abilities in the Knight Codex.
Oh, okay.
So right now they have it, and then you have Qualities, which is a static buff that your army gets. You can either roll for these, or you could choose either one. If you roll for any of them, you get an additional CP.
Okay,
When you complete your quest, which is it's a cool thing. It gives you incentive.
Right.
And how they design the deeds are all 3 of them are like attainable for most time, but you do want to choose against armies. But there's sometimes that you're like, it doesn't matter. Let's have fun. Let me roll for it. And I don't think it penalizes. There's not like one where you're like, oh, this is terrible.
Right.
So we'll kind of just go over the deeds really quick.
Okay.
The first one is Lalo the Tyrant, which used to be the one that was kill the enemy's warlord. This time is you choose a specific enemy character to kill, which is nice. It gives you, if you're going against knights and you're playing because you don't want to get honored to get that 5-up, feel no pain.
Yeah.
The smart way of playing against knights is whoever your warlord is, when you deploy, don't put him as a thing.
You just hide him.
Keep him off the board to turn 3.
It was very awkward because Warlord does not matter for any other army, so it's like you're picking your Warlord basically based off of the Knight matchup. So like for my Guard, I picked it. I had just an Engine Seer that I could just sit in the back. And thematically doesn't quite make sense, but like play-wise, this is the play pattern to encourage. Now, not only do you get rid of that awkwardness, it is also just generally easier to get because you can pick the character that you know they're going to have to use, that they're going to have to put up. You picked Lysander in our game because you knew I was going to have to put him up in the middle.
If you're going to be like putting a close combat character, I know that you're going to be running at me. It's like,
exactly.
It's going to happen. Like, honor should be part of the game. It shouldn't be like this big scary thing that's there.
Yeah, it's less of a big sweeping thing now that has this big swing. Like, it's going to happen much easier and much more often, but it will be less impactful. It's not like +1 to your feel no pains across the army.
Yeah, when they get that 5-up feel no pain, it ruins your just day. You're just like,
right.
All right. The next one is Reclaim the Realm, which is another one that we saw before.
Yeah.
This one it's cool though. It's if you hold more objectives than your opponent at the end of any turn, of your opponent's turn.
Okay.
So knights are really good at holding objectives early in the game. So you just, if you're going, or you just fling out onto some objectives, put bodies on there. If you do it, your opponent does have control if it's a high OC army. Like, there's ways of doing it. If they're more elite, this one's not bad to do. It's pretty neutral into most matchups.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
That's good. And then they have a new one called We Pledge a Great Tally, which I really like the design about this one. It's interesting. You have to kill more units than what the battle round number is. So if you can kill 2 units on round 1, you can get it. So if you're playing ahead, and there are very aggressive knight builds
for sure
that can do that. But it's also a big gamble because it does get harder as the game goes on.
Right.
Because on turn 3, then you have to kill 4 units. On turn 2, you have to kill 3. Like,
it's interesting. It's very alpha strikey.
It's very alpha strikey, but like, so it's good. I don't think there's a clear one like, oh, I'm gonna just take this one all the time. You really want to get to the table and decide. And sometimes you want to roll because, like I said, if you randomly roll for this one, you get, when you complete it, you usually get 2 CP. But instead you get 3, which is...
Oh, it's cute. So it's a nice little buff rather than... I was worried when I first started reading it. I was like, oh, it's going to pick 1, roll 2. Roll 2 is just so good.
No, so they don't do that. It's no...
Are these qualities related? You get them all the time now?
Yeah.
Like, how does...
So the quality...
They're not connected, are they?
They're not connected. You always...
Weird.
You always get to choose or roll for it, for the qualities. And so the qualities are the static buffs.
Okay.
They don't have names like the other one because it's supposed to be like some sentence that say
you
sound like a cool like knight.
Yeah, with our marshals valor risen over all.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
So yeah, we're just gonna go. The first one is static knights reroll of reroll 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll every time you shoot or fight.
Pretty good.
It's pretty great. But the other ones, like, you're gonna read that one, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what I'm gonna take every time. No, there's actually some interesting choices.
Yeah.
The next one, which I'll read the name once, and we are eager for the challenge. Being an eager beaver is 2 inches movement to your knights. So then they are now moving back to their thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movement tricks in this. So it's like knights can actually get really aggressive and fast.
Yeah.
Which is scary. In the game we played, there's one that adds +3. This one adds +2 inches to your movement and 1 inches to your advance and charge rolls.
Yeah.
It's better than the index because before it just granted you 1 inch of movement before. So now knights are moving 12. So we're back to like, but 9th edition, 10th edition.
Weird. What the heck?
There's a lot of weird things GW does in this, where they like took things away from the past and then they give them back to you and like, aren't you glad?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so kind.
We saw a little bit in the Chaos Knights book where like they like stripped OC off of War Dogs when they're like, oh, but if you take the War Dog thing, you can get them back. And you're like, all right, well, fair enough. You know. Thank you, Vought, for the gifted Tabletop Titans membership. Appreciate it. And welcome, Joe Cole's Mikey Appreciation Club. Wait a minute, is that Liam's Joe? Are you a fan of Joe? I mean, I'm a fan of Joe.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, appreciate it. What's up, DJ Game King? Welcome to the stream. Hungry Bert, welcome. Yeah, sorry, there's no bathtub or feet in frame. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, I don't have feet. I'm sorry, team.
Yeah, it's fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
So,
back to you.
Yeah. And then we had the other two quality, or the last quality. This one's new, just like the other one.
What's that one's called? What's that one say?
This is Yet Shall Our Legacy Be Unsullied.
Oh, yeah.
And what this does is you gain 2 extra OC and an additional leadership, which is good because Knights are leadership 6, Armigers are leadership 7.
Takes them to that.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's what they are before.
They go to 5?
Or
No.
I think so.
That would be crazy.
Let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are normally leadership 6, so they'd go down to leadership 5.
What?
Yeah, and because it's easier to bracket them, like leadership does matter more.
Yeah, it actually does.
The thing though that does make this mad, and I'll just kind of get this over when we're not going to go over the changes, is they stripped 2 OC off of all the big knights. So they are big knights in the Chaos book are OC 10. They were in the previous index, they were OC 10.
Yeah.
All the big knights now go down to OC. So a Questoris pattern is going to be 8 OC base.
Yeah, unless you pick this quality.
But you take this quality. So it's like
That's weird.
they do this weird thing where they're like, here's a really good buff. But it just brings you back to the status quo.
Like, aren't you glad? You're
Aren't you
welcome.
glad that I stole your money, but I'm buying you a nice gift with it? It's like,
exactly.
it's weird.
Oh, that's so strange.
So that's the army rule. It's good. It's a nice, solid army rule. I love the idea of going on little quests, having like a mini game inside the mini game. That's always how I like to approach a lot of game systems. And it's solid. Most of the time, you'll just go for the rerolls. But there's some ones where you're like, I want to be up in their face as fast as possible. It's a gun line. I need to cross this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like weaker bodies and stuff that I'm hitting so hard I don't need the rerolls. My math's going to be pretty good.
Exactly.
Anyways, so
Yep.
it's solid.
Bonesaw's ready, confirming what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, so the Chaos Knights have a similar thing with the Armigers, at least, which are 6. They go up to 8, only in the Armiger detachment, though. So,
Yeah.
at least this one you can take it in across the detachments. Pros and cons. I don't necessarily want them to be identical mirrors of each other, but it's nice to have things that are like equivalent in different places. So you get that flexibility here.
All right. Do you want to do detachments next, or do you want to do changes to general units? There's not a lot of units, so it's quick, and it will help make sense later when we talk about certain detachments.
All right. Sounds like we should talk about units then. So what has changed for the units? Tell us about it.
I went painstakingly through and
did.
looked
Those
at
are very
each
in-depth.
one and looked at every single change. So the main change we talked about is a lot of profiles are changed. We're going to talk about first about the Defender, which is the brand
the new
new
one.
knight. So this guy's coming in at 425 points. Points, and so it's the new one. It's cool. It's the let's try to find the page
Yeah.
of this nerd.
Pull it up.
And what was your first impressions of it, Adrian? This is the knight that he has a 4 invuln save against.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. there
Against all range attacks. So he has built-in rotate ion shields, and instead of having a top gun, he has a shield generator that makes it so if you draw line of sight through any part of the model, any knight behind him
Right.
also gets a 4-up invuln. So you can do it like really far away and like play the angles.
Great.
More, I think you're going to start seeing people, because it's any point of the model does it.
Yeah.
Is we're going to like reenact Ghost, where you're going to have a Crusader who's going to be like up in the Defender's business,
Yeah.
hugging each other, making this really nasty backline gun music. Like,
Oh, it's horrifying. I mean, yeah, so in our game, you had the Defender and you had the Crusader, and they both had the 4-up invuln, essentially. Especially in that attachment where you can... does he get the 4-up? Does he have a 4-up?
he has a 4-up. He just has a 4-up
Does, okay.
all the time. So he's
you don't need
always
that.
rotated.
This, again, similar to what we were saying with the OC, frees you from having to have a certain detachment because you can only get rotate in one detachment, just like Chaos Knights. But this way you kind of get it for a bunch of things. And I think the Crusader's really strong. His guns seemed very spiky to me when I read them. But when you see how they pop off, like, it's wild. So, like, the Conversion Beamer, it's only 3 shots. It's 4 damage. But if you're shooting down 18 inches, it's crits on 4s, and it's always sustained D3. So he shot 3 shots, you had 11 hits.
11 hits, yep.
And that's pretty dang good. So I don't know really what the math is on that. Obviously, I think it could be very spiky because it's still just 4-ups.
And you also have control over it because generally you're going to be re-rolling 1s.
Oh, and the reroll was actually huge because I was like, okay, not too bad. You'd re-roll it on a 4-up, you spike a bunch. So I was impressed from the first game against it. Was not so sold until I played against it. I was like, okay, I can see this being quite strong.
Yeah, so it's a strength 12 -2 4 damage gun. So it's popping things. It's a nice, like, high strength gun. Like, Knights actually didn't have a lot of really high strength shooting, which was like at range, which is like, it's nice that they kind of get this off. It's a new fun thing that adds a different kind of just take on Knights.
Yeah.
Its second gun it has is a Plasma Executor, which is like a really strong strength 8 -2 2 damage plasma gun with D6 +3 blast shots.
Yeah, it's like a marine killer, you know.
Yeah. It's not a bad gun. You can overcharge it where it goes to -3 and 3 damage.
Oh, it does go to 3 damage. Okay.
Yeah, so you can overcharge it.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty similar to like the Castellan big gun.
Yeah, it's very similar. The Castellan gun does get better, and we'll go to him because that's the next knight we're going to talk about.
Yes, they will all be T-posed. The knights will be splayed out. It's kind of like the ghost thing we're talking about.
I actually have one standing on one leg and
karate
poses.
It sucks because knights have always had that problem already of like modeling for advantage sort of situation. And the tough thing is also like the models literally articulate. So like even if you build it as it is, like the arms are constantly moving, and now it's going to be like.
Yeah, mine are magnetized, so it moves around.
Yeah, I know, but you can't really articulate during a game, so it's just going to create for some awkward interactions. I wish it was just measured over the base. That would be the simpler way to do it.
Fine, it would be simple.
It creates some awkwardness.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
It was just
you have Vitruvian man knight defender. That's what you said actually earlier.
Yeah. So it's weird. So he is the most expensive knight in the book.
He has a lot. He's 425 right now.
Yeah.
As of publishing, or previewing.
Yeah. I think generally as a knight player, you're going to at least want to take one. He's a good backfielded defender. He helps you in early game against shooting matchups of big laser guns.
He also has a fantastic bondsman ability, which is kind of absurd.
That's true. His bondsman ability, which I forgot, is he steals it from the Warden.
Yeah.
So the Warden, spoilers, will have a new ability. Bondsman is you choose an Armiger, he gives a bondsman -1.
-1 damage.
-1 damage, which is really good on the Armiger.
Shooting in combat?
Yep, it's just... -1 damage.
So good. Put that on a Warglaive, just send him in.
Yep.
Now they're that much tougher to deal with. You lost the feel of pain, obviously, but it's going to make much more resistance against, frankly, the things that want to kill knights, which are usually multi-damage.
Yep.
So in that case, it'll actually be tougher.
Yeah, so he just gets to sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's Defender, nice.
He's nice.
Yeah, I think he's cool.
Castellan changes as it goes to OC8.
Yeah.
As we're going to say, we're going to that. The Plasma Decimator changes. He comes in still. The points are still the exact same as they were in the books.
Right.
So there's no changes there.
Yeah, it's because we got those adjusted points, but a month ago or a couple weeks ago, and those are staying. Those match exactly what we're doing here, so that's good. Sorry.
Yeah. So he gets Plasma Decimator goes up to AP3, and then if you overcharge to AP4, which is like knights are generally low AP, like a lot of -1, -2 guns.
It's true.
Till you get into like some very specific knights.
Yeah.
And so having more access to that, the main thing about the Castellan is like you look at the guns and like they're crazy. He has a strength 20 D6 +8 damage gun, and you're like, that's insane. Until like you actually get to the profile, like when you play him on the table, he's very swingy. Hitting on 3s is like not really like that great.
Yeah, like the volcano cannon. I mean, it's 8 plus D6 damage, D3 shots.
Yeah. So if you roll that one, and then when the things are shooting at, once they start having an invuln, like the math just doesn't really check out.
Yeah. His rule changed though, right?
His rule changed a little bit. He re-rules.
Yeah. It's a nice
before it used to be re-roll damage of 1 against monsters and vehicles. Now he gets full re-roll of the damage, so he can really control his spike.
So much better.
His it's a knight that when he connects, it's going to hit really hard.
Yeah.
I just think there's better choices. He's still super vulnerable to being charged.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, heck, we even saw that today. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus like you could take this guy, or you can take the defender, which is a similar profile,
and cost.
and also, well, actually costs cheaper. The Castellan
Yeah.
is cheap.
Yeah, by 15 points.
Yeah.
Similar slot. They're not one of the cheap ones.
Yeah.
Honestly, though,
So
it's pretty good.
Castellan's cool.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's going to be enough to really see him. I don't think if you take him, he's going to be like bad. And you'll play against Marine players, and they'll get upset not having invulns.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
Yep. Next night that is going to go is Dominus Pat. One is the Valiant. Fun story was I remember there was a summer that me and Adrian were working some job.
Yeah.
I think for frontline gaming that we were painting trees for terrain.
Yeah.
And we both got paid. And this is the night that Valiants and Castellans come out. So we each decided to buy one and kind of like choosing Pokemon.
Yeah.
So Adrian got the Castellan, which turned out to be bonkers at the time, and I got the Valiant.
Which was not bonkers at the time, but it was very cool.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really change a lot. The big change is the Harpoon gets to D3 shots versus one. One shot was just terrible because it was just like...
It's just swingy. Someone's going to be upset no matter what. Either you one-shot someone with your harpoon or you miss, and no matter what someone said.
Which is like still not great.
Yeah.
It loses its anti-keyword triggers.
Good.
For the devastating wounds, which was like insane, was like, oh, you hit your devastating wound for like 10 damage and loses 2 damage, but it gains blast, which is kind of weird, and it gets D3 shots. So it maths out to generally doing more damage and being less swingy.
Yeah, it's a little swingy.
Versus like when it did connect, it would just absolutely ruin people's life.
Yeah.
It used to have its rule where it used to shoot and battle shock.
Okay.
Like I think, it was battle shock after being shot with it.
Yeah.
So a new one is it does splash mortals within 6 inches. Every unit within 6 is when you shoot stuff with the harpoon.
It's like a Manga and Rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Big Knights still can't Overwatch, so it's still like...
Yeah. Yeah, so we're not crazy about it.
They're not crazy. He's still kind of the same. It's fun. He's kitschy. Like he's got a big flamer. Like it's just like the Castellan. When it connects, it's going to feel great for you. When he whiffs, you're going to be upset.
Yeah, and people get invuln saves against their stuff now.
I think he's generally worst out of the two dominants, but he's still fun.
Okay. I do want to thank Hungry Bert. Thanks for being part of the chat and also super chatting. Do you know if Cerastus Knights will change? We don't know. I think our discussion is we hope they would, but I don't think we're expecting it.
Yeah.
They continue to be probably one of the biggest problems for the Knights Codex, right?
They're a problem. They are really strong.
Yeah.
The Codex adds a lot more strength to them, and they didn't really get any adjustments or changes from then they came down in points. I definitely think that they're a bit just undercosted, and it's kind of just upsetting that there's all this cool stuff in the book, but it's like these kind of third-party weird knights are still taking over most of those things.
Exactly.
So it would be cool if they changed. It's one of those units that I do think they could deal with points. I think they could go up.
For sure, yeah.
I don't need that they fundamentally need reworks to their rules. I just think they're too cheap for what they do, and like
they just outclass a lot of the plastic kits, which is something that GW should be encouraging us to do, is get plastic. But yeah, thank you for the question. So we'll see, but not as of yet.
Yeah, we're hoping they do some kind of change to it, because we're kind of just overseeing them.
Exactly.
As someone who owns every Cerastus Knight, I'm okay with
they're cool.
shelving
It's
them for
just
a
too
bit.
much though. People just get upset. You want people to be excited to see you, not upset that you see your army.
Yep.
Other unit changes. What's going on?
Okay, so now we're going to go to the Questoris Knight, which are the classic ones.
Yep.
Paladin was like the first knight that came out. This is the one with the battle cannon.
Yep.
And it gets some cool changes to it.
Okay.
That it keeps the same, what's it called, bondsman ability to give lethal and lance to an armiger, which is really good. We love lethals on Helverins, and it also lance on Warglaives is great.
It's great. Same as before.
Its ability before was to reroll a hit, wound, or saving throw once per turn, or once per phase, which is pretty good to kind of save, but wasn't that great. Its biggest problem was that the battle cannon was AP1. So it was really tough to land damage. So they changed it. So now you get an increase of AP if you're shooting the closest one.
That's great.
So battle cannon suddenly goes to AP2.
AP2.
It's D6 plus 3 shots, rapid fire, D6 plus 3 shots. So a total of 6 plus 2D6. So it's a lot of DACA.
Yeah.
He's a nice all-rounder with a good armiger. Like, for 375, I think he's solid. I think he's cool.
Yeah, pretty cheap, actually.
He's pretty cheap. He wants to be moving up the board, shooting at things.
And then he has a gun or a fist or chainsword in the other
He can
hand?
do the fist or chainsword.
Okay, cool.
Which, like, they do a really good job of balancing the fist and chainsword. I'll just go over the fist and chainsword right now because it...
Is it different?
They did. They made it a choice. They changed the stats slightly. That it's now a little bit more of a choice. That the chainsword has higher AP, E, and more sweep attacks.
Yeah.
But the fist has higher strength and more damage.
Interesting.
So now you kind of want to choose that. Like -4 is no big a big deal with the strike profile.
That's a big deal.
Same number of attacks for the strikes, and then the sweeps are different.
Okay.
I'm more prone to choosing fist over the ones, but I think it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice, and it depends what your list is kitted out to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, so
Like I would probably take one of each and like not be upset by it.
it's always nice to have that flexibility.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Paladin.
Yep. So next is the Errant, who's he's the one with the plasma. Or not plasma. He's the melter.
Thermal. Yeah.
He has a giant thermal cannon.
Yep.
He has the same thing where he can give. What's his rule? Is he gives his bondsman ability? He gives assault, which is there's a detachment that also gives that.
Yeah.
That and they changed his. Yeah, this one's he remains unchanged from the index.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect.
Yeah,
yeah
big
no
Melta,
notes.
big punch. He's a decent.
375. So
Yeah.
again, on the cheaper side of things, Melta is good.
Yeah, the one thing is like his rules overlap with the Valourstrike of like the army rule.
Yeah, so
and
it's awkward.
generally when they do that, then they use like a caveat like, oh, you get a reroll or add +1. They don't. They're just like, yeah, don't take errants in that detachment.
Yeah, just don't do it. Okay. Gallant?
Gallant, which is the melee one, got some really cool changes.
Yeah.
So, and they actually make it so you want to choose between his different weapons based on profile.
Sweet.
So his both strike profiles now get devastating wounds. So you're gonna get if you roll 6s to when you're
Strikes. That's
so that's the
fun.
big damage.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look your opponent in your face and be like, "That's 8 mortal wounds when I rolled 6s."
Oh my god, I hate this.
And then his
Sweeps get lethal?
sweeps get lethal.
Nice.
So he's a nice melee bruiser. He's still 375 like the rest of them. Like he's really good. They changed his ability, which his bondsman gives rerolls, hits in melee, and reroll charges, which is great. He used to be -1 to hit in melee, which was like not actually that great of a rule.
Seems pretty good.
Uh,
Oh, you give it this is bondsman ability.
no, this is his. This he used to be static -1 to hit in melee. If you're going into a knight with a melee,
Yeah.
it was -1 to hit in melee only.
Yeah.
Generally, you have rerolls, you have things that make you better into combat.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's a terrible rule.
Yeah.
Well, but
So what does he have now?
so now he gets +3 to consolidations, and there's other ways to like manipulate it. So he
Yeah.
can like get into combat, bully into stuff, and keep on pushing.
Yeah, I
through.
guess that matches the theme.
Yeah. So it's
Interesting.
less defensive, but it's that I think getting sustained and lethal or not. Getting lethal and devastating wounds really kind of balances out.
Yeah.
I still think you could really want to take a gallant and general list. Like it's just a bowling ball
Yeah,
that
just
you
something
can
to
run
throw
it
in
down
there.
people's face. They have to deal with it or it'll run away with the game.
Okay, cool. What's next?
Warden gets a bit of a glow up.
Warden. This is Fist and Gatling.
This is Fist and Gatling or
Cool.
what's called Blade and Gatling.
Sure, yeah.
So he's the anti-infantry one. He loses he lost the defender stole his bondsman, his like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
teaching
The
plan.
damage.
He had a curriculum for teaching them. So instead, he goes from -1 damage to sustained hits and ignore covers.
That's pretty good.
And sustained hits just like blanket, so it goes in melee and shooting.
Weird. Okay.
And ignore covers. So like a Helverin loves like
Yeah, I was gonna say it's big on the Helverins.
he's good at like staying back with Helverins.
Yeah, but he wants to get into the thick of it because he's got a melee weapon.
Melee weapon, stuff like that. Or yeah, you can throw it on a Warglaive. When you get that sustained hit on a thermal spear.
That's funny.
That's like, it's funny until you're on the other side of it and you're like, oh, that's an extra melt-a-shot coming in.
Exactly.
So he's cool. He keeps his original ability that he gets devastating wounds against infantry when he's shooting, which is good. That's his purpose, is he brings a giant Gatling gun.
Right.
He's 10 points over the regular other knights. There's no reason for that. I don't know why he's...
Yeah, that doesn't seem better. He does not seem better, I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's not
No.
super better than anyone else. He doesn't need to be 10 points over. He could go 375 and no one would have blinked.
Yeah,
I don't think you'd take him. If we go to a horde meta, if suddenly orcs get an insane change, you'll probably see more of him.
Yeah.
Next is the Crusader, coming at 395, which
Mr.
is
T-Pose himself.
Yeah, he's Tommy Two Guns.
Yeah.
He's unchanged.
Okay.
He's
Still great. If
still
you don't
great.
move, it's sustained. But,
Sustained hits, still
whatever.
hits, gives +1 to hit to shooting.
Okay. Cool.
Still really nice. He pairs with a defender.
Yeah.
The Preceptor, which a lot of people don't remember who this guy is.
The unnamed Canis Rex.
Yeah.
Right?
And he always had like a weird identity. They always tried to be like he's like the old teacher, and he had like usually had stuff more with bondsmen.
Yeah, true.
They just threw that out. We're like, we're gonna just kind of throw him into the roster of knights.
So what does he do now?
So his new thing he does is he has like the quarry rule that we've seen that GW kind of discovered this new rule and they've been copy pasting it around.
Yeah.
Where at the beginning of the game, you choose an enemy unit and you get full rerolls to wound against that guy.
Full rerolls to wound?
He gets full rerolls to wound against that unit. Once that unit dies, you get to choose another one.
It's pretty great.
His bondsman is, which used to be extra leadership and OC, is now like they join in on the hunt.
Oh, that's great.
So it's like, and getting a Helverin with full rerolls to wound.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
This guy's awesome.
That's
he's
really
cheap.
good.
He's 365.
He's cheaper than everyone. You never
heck?
ran him. So I think he's actually a really good pickup
Yeah.
for all you people that were running different colored painted Canis Rex models. Like, I think he's a good stand-in for this guy.
Exactly. Yeah, ugly triangle gunman. So true.
Yeah. It's got this like weird laser thing. It's 12. It's very similar to the gun on the Defender, where it's like a strength 12, -2 4 damage gun.
Such a weird
It doesn't
weapon.
have the conversion, but it's still great.
Okay, makes sense.
I think he's really cool. Mm-hmm. All right, you want to talk about Canis Rex?
Canis Rex. Let's talk about Canis Rex. What's
All
going on
right.
with him?
So Canis Rex is not the terror that he was once.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be upset. He loses 5-up critical hits. Before,
Right.
his profiles are still all the same, which were like insane, hitting for 20 damage with the like being backhanded and punched and ripped in half by the Hand of Freedom. That's gone. He still has sustained hits on everything, but he doesn't have the crits on 5.
Thank goodness.
You don't just windmill slam. It was so annoying, like saying like, oh, here's a like admech list that's doing well. Here's a sisters list that's doing well.
Yeah, what's in it?
And you're like,
Canis Rex.
here's Grey Knights, all these underperforming factions, and then they just slam
I know.
Canis Rex into it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. He was just too. It was way too strong.
he was way too strong for cheap. He's 415 points. His new ability is at the start of any phase, he can unbattle shock any Imperium unit.
Cute.
Which 12. It's not a bad ability.
I mean, it's pretty bad.
It's no 5-up critical like hit.
Yeah.
Well, when you have knights have that, like they rely on stratagems and they can battle shock themselves going through walls.
Yeah. When is it? Start of a phase?
I think it's at a weird time.
Yeah,
I think
let's
it's any phase.
Canis was borderline auto-take in every Imperium army. True.
Yeah, like
He was.
He should have been changed.
Yeah. He should have been
Any
chained.
phase. Yeah.
Start
So-
of any phase?
Yeah. So he's a bit chained. So he can just unbattle shock.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fine,
it's-
fine. What else does he do?
He still now has. He's the only person that has once per turn of reducing stratagems by 0 by 1. There's the caveat out there in the world, the rules that says it can't be. It's reduced by 1. In the book, it says by 0.
That's just old wording.
It's old wording.
So it's
so
reduced by 1.
By 1, but he's the only one that can do it every phase. Everyone else is now by battle round,
Per phase he can do it?
or not phase, per turn.
Oh my gosh. Why would they do that? They just
It
got
was
rid of
weird
all
that they didn't change that back.
What the heck?
I mean, I think this book has been on shelves, like hidden away in some
It's
tomb
becoming
world.
very apparent if if those rules are stored like that. What the heck?
There's a lot of really good stratagems,
Yeah.
and especially there's a lot of ways of splashing stratagems on multiple knights. So like
Yeah.
reducing with Canis Rex, and then like that's the play is you reduce it with Canis Rex,
Yeah.
and then have it affect multiple knights. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. you don't auto take him anymore. He still has the little guy that runs out that does little weird stuff when he dies.
Yeah.
It's because they really wanted to make a pilot model, and they're like, we have to make things.
He's great.
So it's cool. Like, he might show up in some like play patterns depending on your list. People do have strategies.
Yeah. Exactly. Big thank you to Bonesaw is ready for the super chat. Thank you. If the wording on the Preceptor's core is that you pick one immediately after the previous one dies, he's an auto-take in the Armiger detachment. Let's take a look. I saw some folks deciding.
Jesus, I'm just thinking that because the Armiger detachment, which we'll get to, is you get to, when you bondsman, you choose 3 things.
Right.
So if the one kills one for rerolls.
Oh no. Oh no. I have to kit bash pilots for all my big knights. That's awesome, Bert. Oh, I love it. Knight's such a great hobby project.
Wow. Yeah. You are absolutely correct, Bonesaw, is that once the Preceptor kills, you immediately choose. I didn't think about that in the Armiger one. So your full reroll to wounds against this one.
Yeah.
Your Armiger kills that guy.
Yeah.
Choose the next one that your Armiger is going to do, gets full rerolls against that guy.
So you have like infinite oath of moments.
As long as you keep killing the target, as long as you finish them off. That's nuts.
What the heck?
And the Spearhead at Arms is a good detachment.
Yeah.
It's very, very strong. It's it's up there for the strongest.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That
thank you for pointing out. That is an insane thing. I knew, like, when it's like, oh yeah, you kill a thing and then you choose another one.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. Didn't realize when you're getting that, you can get 4 activations off of that. A full reroll to wounds with Armigers. Really good.
All right. So that's all the big knights.
Yep.
We have the little knights, which is a couple of them.
Yep.
So, tell us about the Armigers.
So Demon Primarchs, rejoice.
Oh yeah.
Is Helverins lost their ability to get anti-flying on a 2+3 in their deployment zone.
It was so stupid.
It was silly when you're like they would be hiding because they're like, I don't want to step out there.
It was dumb. It was too much. And the executioners have like never had that rule.
Yeah.
So again, it was like a weird asymmetry that didn't make sense.
Yeah. Just note, they all lose battle line, so you can only take 3 Helverins and 3 Warglaives.
Does that change if you take the Armiger?
If you do take that,
Okay,
that's
so,
one of the ones you change.
So same as Chaos Knights, makes sense.
Right, but they only have 2 choices, and Morax is like terrible.
But the thing is, Chaos Knights are supposed to be about the little dogs, right? So
Yeah.
this makes sense to me. I'm sorry you can only take 6.
Yeah.
Still a lot.
Yeah. yeah. I don't like it.
You can tell who's playing Knights here and who's not.
So Helverins are the same, profile the same, 8 shots, strength 9 or 10, just a lot of autocannon shots. Their new rule is they do suppressing fire. So it's -1 to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
If they hit stuff, unless it's a monster vehicle.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, the problem with I like the idea of suppressing. They've been trying to make it work.
They have.
But I think it should do something like with reduced movement, or if it at least was into monster vehicles, because ideally if you're shooting at infantry, your goal is to kill them.
Yeah.
If you leave one like eradicator left alive with -1 to hit, it's like no one cares.
No, I've never been a fan of suppressing fire because generally if you're shooting a thing, you want to kill a thing.
Yeah.
I would have been actually okay with it here because they are long range. You have only AP1, so there's a lot of times where you're not killing the thing, but at least then you could have an extra benefit. But yeah, the fact that it doesn't work against monster vehicles sucks. Suppressing fire! I know. I wish.
So like,
okay.
yeah, like if it did vehicles, at least it's cool. It'd be narrative because like they're trying to help out the big knight, like get a clean shot on like the other one. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Warglaives, they changed them. The only change they did to them is before, when they charge, they'd get sustained hits. That's a fun rule. Now they just get 1 extra strike or 2 extra sweeps.
Right.
Mathematically, it's the same.
Yeah.
You just don't get these big swingy spikes, or sometimes it not working at all. This is also a change that there's so many different ways to get sustained hits.
Right. And then it starts to become better.
Then it's better because you want the extra attack.
Yeah,
like, we don't hate this. Warglaives are still like the workhorses. We know them, we love them.
Yep. Exactly.
These knights are still the same exact points. You kind of just choose for what you need. Do you need long range support? Take Helverins. Do you need stuff to go grab objectives and be kind of fighty, kind of shooty? Take Warglaives.
I could see a couple of each in many lists.
Then the last thing I have here is notice that there's no changes to the Forge World Knights.
Yep.
They're strong. They're good. They need to go up in points.
They need to go up in points. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a problem. There's going to be some really annoying things.
Totally. So that's the units and the changes. Gives us a kind of a sense for the core stuff. Let's talk a bit about the detachments and what they mean. What's the implications?
Right. And they have 4 detachments, and then they have the one from, or is it 3? It's it's 4 detachments, and then they have the Grotmus one,
right?
Which I didn't take notes on. I kind of forgot that one existed.
That's okay.
I don't think.
I think that's not new stuff, right?
Yeah, so it's not new.
Yeah.
So we want to.
Sounds like they're still very unfun to play against. That's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going down here. So first one, Valourstrike Lance. This is your all-rounder. It's straightforward.
Yep.
Probably close to the index detachment. This is House Raven, if you remember from previous editions. Your static ability you get is you get to reroll advances, and all ranged weapons get assault. So you're fast and you're shooting. It's really good. Errants are crying because they lost their jobs.
That's okay.
But that's okay. That's just a good army rule to have on knights.
It's a very good army rule to have. Let's not beat around the bush here. We're here to talk about our knights still broken.
Yeah.
It's a very strong ability on big bodies that can just toe into cover, right? So I think it's very solid. Yeah. Obviously, it's shooting focused, not melee focused. But there are things to help your melee in the rest of the detachment.
Yeah. Enhancements. Enhancements are weird, and I had to reread this a few times.
Yeah.
So you take an enhancement on a knight, which you choose a different knight to give up the benefit of the enhancement.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all handing out buffs and high-fiving each other. And
you go get them.
So it's like...
No, you're the bearer of the Judicant's helm. No, you're the bearer of the evanescent ion.
You've got to like jump through mental hoops because you're like, oh, I want this ability...
On someone else.
On like someone else that's like doesn't normally do it.
Very strange.
I don't know why they did this.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like, where like it interacts in like a way that's like,
They're shaking it up, you know?
Yeah. First one is the Iron Chalice, which is, you can turn a knight into an apothecary, and he heals any other knight for D3, and if you're honored, you get 3 points. It's 20 points. It's like, if you had 20 points in the list and you can't fit anything else, you take that.
Exactly.
Evanescent Ion gives one knight within 12 inches, what's it called, stealth.
15 points?
15 points, we like that.
Very good.
Give a Crusader who wants to stand out in the open, give a Defender.
I hate that.
Just makes the small arm fires just not as great. This one is now really scary, is the Judicant Helm. For 25 points, you can give a knight within 12 inches you ignore cover. So suddenly Crusader, ignore cover with the Gatling guns, the Defender with all its shots. Like,
it's super important because, as we mentioned, there's a lot of low AP in Knights, Imperial Knights. You know, Chaos Knights have gained access to ignore cover, and you see that in the Infernal Lance, and it's very strong for your Battlekin and your Gatling Knights. Here you go, 25 points, pass out to who needs it. Yeah. Very, very strong.
And then the last one is Lancer's Sigil, which is give a knight reroll charges, which is great. So you like throw it on, but it's weird because you're gonna like, I put the Sigil on the Crusader.
No, but I like that better here because, you put it on the guy that's in the back, and then it's like, all right, now your turn, bud. Now you go in. So it's actually better that it's not on the guy because that guy's going to die, and you can send in the next one.
Yeah.
So I actually like that. I think that's great.
They're all solid. I think it's just basically how many points you have left over because Knights, you kind of build your list based on slots.
Yeah.
Rather than that, and take as many of these as you can.
You're trying to take the stealth one, and you're trying to take the ignore cover ones, like for sure, right?
Yeah, you always take ignore cover.
Those feel like they're mandatory.
Yeah. Reroll charges would be the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
If I only had 20 points and you forced me, I would take the Iron Chalice. All right. Now let's get to the stratagems where we get to Crazy Town, which is kind of... GW, what were you thinking?
Why? Why did they do that?
So a lot of these stratagems have this design where you choose like a point on the battlefield, and then you can affect up to 3 knights with the stratagem for 1 CP.
Big knights.
So it's like you choose the points, and then you just measure out if there's...
It's an 18-inch bubble of
like
this
an 18 inches of just...
It's so good.
Where it's just like, it's so much value on 800... Like, what? Normally, that's going to be 1,200 points of models getting...
For 1 CP.
For 1 CP.
If you saw this ability in any army, it would be amazing. Yeah. It's absurd in Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, first one... If you want to.
Yeah, we got run through, which is a 1 CP strat again. All 3 of those knights get Lance, which is amazing. It's obviously particularly good on Warglaves because they have the lower strength already. But Lance on your sweeps means you're really good at dealing with basically anything, and the big chops are just getting better. So 1 CP for 3 units to get Lance. It's not fair. That's not reasonable. I don't think you make. I think 2 CP for 3 things to get Lance is really bad. I think I would have just made it 1 CP for 1 thing to have Lance.
Any one of these stratagems that like effects, they could change it to just be
pick one,
and it'd still be great for the CP point.
Or I would even say pick 1 big knight and 1 small knight. Give them Lance. That would be the compromise. So that's amazing. We got full tilt is back.
Yeah, and God does it tilt you. This is the one where you choose essentially 3 knights, get plus 2 inches to their movement and 2 inches to their advance roll.
Oh, wait a minute. Does this attachment have assault on all their guns?
They have assault on all their guns.
That's pretty good.
Is there an army rule that also gives you 2 inches to all your movement and plus 1 to your advance rolls? Or no, plus 2 to your advance rolls?
And can you re-roll advances in this attachment too?
You can.
Oh, wow. Well, that sounds
This is
insane.
This is stupid, GW. Like these are the ones that are like, for 1 CP, I would love to do this on 1 night.
It used to be 1 night. This used to be the House Raven thing. Like 1 guy is going to be awesome and go out there and be fast, which is what it should be, because Raven is also, I believe, all about standing on your own. Yeah. And this one, then they made the attachment all about being friends.
Yeah.
What?
It's weird. I would, So we are going to live in this world where knights are going to just spread out. I'm not going to get out the whiteboard and draw how it can on every deployment.
Yeah, if you've seen the picture, you know the picture.
You go online, it's just like that. Or you're just going to have big knights with just without even the advancing, are just going to be able to push on, if you get the triangle deployments, they're just going to push into your deployment zone. Now, knights are still, you have to screen. If you aren't, this is way more feels bad if you're not screening. It feels bad, but you'll need to adjust to this.
You need infiltrators, you need scouts. Remember, the knights do just toe into terrain to unlock it, but you can stop this with clever placement and clever deployment. So it's going to be a problem, but it is something we can deal with. And the consolation prize is the knights are generally going to be more fragile than they were before. Remember, they don't have those feel no pains.
Yeah.
Once you do get into them, they're not reactively fighting on death into you. So you just need to be able to weather. They're very alpha strikey through a number of mechanics that we've seen. And so trying to block them off, let them come forward, try to do their thing, smack them back, That feels like it's the game plan. But it is a problem for sure.
Yeah. Is that for Vol? So with Canis, if he's affected by any of these strats, it's 0. So it's 3 knights for 0 CP, and that's why Canis Rex is silly. That's why if you take him in this attachment.
Yeah.
Because he can reduce by 1.
I think so. Let me see the way this is worded real quick. Because there's the weird thing where if you have a strat that affects 2 units, then technically you can't do it if it's just them, but target is up to 3 Imperial Knight models. So he might not be able to, because he is not the target by himself. You can target this model with the stratagem for 0 CP. You can do so. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
I think it needs to be errata. I hope they have the sense of being like, you know what? Even if it says it, that silly stuff, you're already getting too much value out of this.
The thing is, at this point, it doesn't matter. Whether it costs 1 CP or 0 CP, it's just too strong. It's the least of our problems.
Yeah. Honestly, if I was maybe maybe it's because the stuff's already too good. But I would make these cost 2 CP, or 1 CP if you choose 1 knight, and then have it be a variable cost.
Oh, that would be good.
Where it'd be cool. 2 CP, then you can affect an area.
Yeah, exactly. So we have some strats still. We have Vow of Retribution. Guess what? It's 1 CP for 3 knights. It gives them lethal hits in shooting, which is honestly never bad. Again, we talked about the things like Gatling cannons. Gatling cannons get a lot of value with being able to get ignore cover or extra AP and stuff like that. So lethal hits there is fantastic. Take it to someone who lost a Dorn to Gatling cannon shooting last weekend.
Bunch of Helverins with that, or Crusader Defender, which are going to be buddied up. Now have lethal. It's
great. And then we have a new version of Thunder Stomp, which is in this detachment.
Yeah, it's reworked from the Index, which gave you devastating wounds against infantry. Now you just get bonus attacks. That instead increases the amount of attacks you have with Titanic feat weapons and gives them some extra AP. So the strength, you get 4 attacks, generally strength 8, -1, 2. This raises it that you get 8 attacks. So it doubles the number of stomps. Now your melee knights that got tagged, or your shooting knights that got tagged up, they can fight their way out of combat.
It's a great utility because, as we mentioned, it's one of the best ways to fight knights.
This one, not affected. You don't get 3 knights. Don't get to thunder stomp and just river dance all over the enemy lines.
Seriously. This next one, prepare to be mad. Knights have a reactive move.
Yeah.
So for 1 CP, 1 night,
One night.
D6 reactive move.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that they didn't make it 6 inches flat if you're honored, because they just hate you.
Yeah, it's so true.
But no, instead they kept it D6 inches, but being able to just toe into cover
That's the
or
thing.
move away, like
That's supposed to be the balance when it's a D6 reactive move. You're like, oh, you might roll low, whatever. Like in this edition, you have to be holding on terrain to see. So if you want to get on it, it's hard to get off of. But because the knights just toe in, you sprint forwards. You just barely toe in. If someone moves anything nearby with a 9, you move. Even if it's just 1 inch, you're barely on. You toe off. Now you can't be seen.
yeah. Reactive move is supposed to be for like infantry being like fleet of foot, and then it's just like no. Here's the Lord of the Dance Knights are just quick and they're fast and they're twinkle toes.
Exactly. Yeah, Bonesaw's ready. That was exactly me last weekend. If you want to see it, watch the GW stream round 4 at the Nova Open. Gatling cannons killing Adorn is dumb. They wouldn't be on 6s.
Yeah.
But it's just so many shots.
After that, we have rotate iron shields. It's back. I think this is one of the few detachments that actually gets it.
Might be the only one. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of moved it around. So generally, this is the one you're going to see a lot.
Yeah.
It's strong. You will have to adapt your list to play against it in the meta. I wish I had something more to be like.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be. I think Knights still have the same problems they do.
Yeah.
That they're not unbeatable, but it's just like.
Yeah.
It is some crazy stuff that it's. When they win, like doing that alpha strike thing, it's not going to feel good for
Not going to feel
for your
good.
opponent. And you're like, cool, I have 3 knights in your face that can charge because the Cerastus knights move faster.
Yep.
So with like a Atropos, so it's like this feeds into everything that's kind of like making knights not fun to play and making it worse,
Yeah, exactly.
which is like not a good place. This can be fixed. Take away just the thing that can affect 3 knights. Then it's like, these are all great
lot better.
strategies.
Yeah.
With the Great Army rule,
Very strong.
it's still very strong.
But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I completely. But having it affect 3 knights is just silly.
Let's talk about a detachment that we think is very cool.
Yeah.
And it's still pretty dang strong. We played it today on the stream. So again, we might refer to it. We'll try not to spoil too much. But it's cool. This is the Gate Warden Lance.
Yeah.
GW clearly wants to, I don't know, I'm trying to make a joke about drawing a line.
Yeah.
We're not drawing a line on knights, but here's the line detachment. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. All right, what does it do, Shane?
Okay. So Gate Warden, which is my favorite, because it's like it's fluff-wise. I think it's probably the weakest of the detachments, but it's like it still have some really nasty things.
It's cool. That's a cool concept.
So how it works is you choose 2 objective markers on the like board. If some rule makes them like it gets taken away, you can still redraw your line.
Yeah.
But you draw a line that's as big as the thing to the other one, and then you're just like, that's the line.
Yeah, objective to objective, and there's just everything straight through in 40 millimeters.
So you kind of choose, there's 2 kind of X patterns. If you're playing really aggressive, you choose your opponent's home objective, you choose yours, and you're like, I'm just running it down. All my knights are going down like Congo line down the middle.
Yeah.
Or you choose, if you need to play on a wider one, you choose the 2 objectives in no man lands. And you get, ignore all hit modifiers if you're standing on the line, and then sustained hits if you're on the line.
Yeah.
Which is great. And
Great.
a lot of the abilities are based on whether or not you're on the line or if your opponent's on the line. And so you can say, hold the line like a bunch.
Yeah.
It's narrative.
That's the biggest benefit.
It's fun.
Honestly.
It's wacky, and it's got some cool stuff. We go for the enhancements, which generally you don't want to take all of these. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Acquisitor at Arms, which is really fun, is you choose a that if you're on the line, you can choose another knight, which I believe has to be you.
Oh yeah. You add your OC to the.
Yeah,
to
you
them.
choose another knight and you add your OC to them. So like you're holding the line, but you need them to go do quests.
The weird thing about this one is you can't have any enemies on the line, which is kind of counter to what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's got that weird signifier. So
Right?
it's
well, if they're on the line, they're probably on the objective, right? Like you would think. I don't know. So it's very, very niche, but I like the concept, which is cute. We've got Purgation's Hand, which is just a nice, solid, generic melee enhancement, giving you reroll 1s to hit in melee. And if you're on the line, you get reroll 1s to wound as well.
yeah, Gallant loves it. Yeah.
Gallant loves it. This is nice because you always get something and it gets better on the line.
Yeah. Don't forget, you also have sustained hits.
Sustained-
So
no
like if you're
joke,
on the
no
line,
joke.
so it's like you're
Ah!
like it works in melee too. So it's like
Yeah.
It's good. I generally like it. This one's pretty crazy for Crusaders. It's kind of it's the Augury Halo. It gives you ignore covers if you're on the defensive line. So for a Crusader, he walks out onto the line. He plants his feet. So now he's got his sustained hits. Which he already has from the line, but he's also ignoring that. It's good on a defender. Like
ignore cover in this book.
Yeah, you just start melting stuff.
Yep.
And then the next one is Vengeful Tread, which is tank shock for free. Put that on one night.
Not bad.
Ram into someone, tank shock them. If you have a Lancer, then they get to also tank shock them. You spent 0 CP doing 1 million mortal wounds. Like, what's not to love?
Yeah, exactly.
Recently, they're decent.
Yeah, 15 points for that one. So going on the stratagem, they're mostly based off of the line, either you being on it or your enemy being on it, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's tough because they can't avoid the line, and it's kind of weird like that.
The best way to force them to be on the line is if they want to charge you, because you can be behind the objective, so they basically have to be on the line in order to fight you. But it is in their control, which is one of the things that make this detachment less competitive, obviously.
Yeah.
So we got 1 CP, drive them out.
Which is crits on 5. Really good when you get sustained hits for being on it. And that's it's crits on 5 in the shooting phase when the enemy's on the line. If you're targeting them, you're like, hey, get off my line.
Yep.
Crusader standing on the line, and with sustained hits, crits on 5, a lot of shots coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Then we've got Lance Breaker, which is it's like a transhuman ability essentially.
It's transhuman in the fight phase, but
on the line, right?
Like when you're on the line, and it's weird because what is hitting knights at above that's strength 12 or higher?
The whole strat is kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Other knights in melee, basically.
It's like other knights, yeah.
Bloodthirsters, you know, like.
So it's cool,
very
but
niche.
they could have made this also in shooting. I think it's one of those things that has too many.
But even in shooting, how many things are wounding them?
There's strength 12 las cannons and stuff like that.
I
think it's having a defensive while being on the line is good.
Yeah, I guess again I'm less sympathetic towards knights, but
it's true. It's more just it's a nothing burger. So I'm just trying to think of how would you make it actually do something where it's just I guess if I'm fighting another knight, it's cool, but
well, what do you say to 1 CP for full hit rerolls in melee?
That's great as long as you're on the line.
As long as you're on the line, steadfast superiority, 1 CP. It's pretty cool. You can combine this with the crits on 5s.
Yep.
Sustained.
No, you can't. Actually, that's a mistake.
Shooting only. Yeah,
it's shooting only.
Different timing, but still great, honestly.
Yeah, this is only fight phase.
Yeah. Well, you could also bondsman. You can bondsman an Armiger to have sustained, and then they run in, fight on the line for crits on 5s.
Yeah, well, you get sustained hits on the line anyways. So full.
You don't need the bondsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
You can get there's stuff with lethal
Yep.
It's just good.
Cool.
I'm a big fan of it.
Martial the defense.
Martial defense is a crazily good strat
Yeah.
that I used a lot, which is just choose 2 knights, add 3 inches to their move characteristics.
What?
Don't have to be on the line. It helps them get to the line. So you're just Cerastus knights are moving 15 inches, so that's fun.
Remember when they reduced the movement of knights?
Yeah.
Well, just kidding.
That's the thing. They took that away, and then they gave it all back, and then they started giving more. And
Now you can literally move faster than they were before.
Yeah.
Amazing. This next one it sounds really cool, but it is, of course, very niche. Titanic Bombardment for 1 CP. If you stand still, you become like a super crusader. You gain sustain 2 on the line, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're on the line. So you have to stand still on the line,
Yeah.
but you shoot, and then you combine that with the crits on 5s, and suddenly you're getting sustained hits 2 on 5s, the Crusader Knight.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of firepower.
Super funny. Lots of hoops, though. Lots of hoops.
Yeah. And this one is, I actually really like this one. It's Fortress of Intimidation. It only works on big knights.
Okay.
But your opponent, when they charge you, they have to make a battle, what's called shock test at -1 on that knight. And
Fortress of Intimidation.
Yep. And I don't think you even have to be on the line for this one. Nope, you do.
You do. You need to be a big knight.
So yeah, if you charge me on the line, it's just cool. A lot of times, in order, they're gonna have these melee blocks going into your knight.
Yeah.
They're planning on using a stratagem to force their damage through, or flip a point from you. And at -1, suddenly when you have a lot of those guys,
-1 is what really tilts the math.
Yeah.
Just because of the way the 2d6 works, if you're looking for a 7 to a 6 is not linear. It's a big jump, actually. So,
yeah, it becomes it's like a 50-50 chance, and then it's
close.
yeah.
It's great. So that's the gate.
It's gate. You probably won't see it a lot. It's fun. It's a cool narrative thing. You get to do silly things.
It's definitely not as strong. You don't have to worry about this one so much.
Yep.
This is the most annoyingly named one, right?
Yeah, this one's annoying because all of these are called lances, and this one's called Questoris companions instead of Questoris Lance.
Questoris friends.
I really like this one because it's all about big knights, and it's like you have 5 super friends.
Nice.
And it's like kind of like the idea. All the abilities in it affect only big knights, so it doesn't really want you to take armigers.
Okay.
But the cool thing about this one is every time you complete a quality or one of the quests, you get to choose a new one. And
That's fun.
Yeah, so you get the 2 CP for the beginning one, and then you get the it's 1 CP after that for everyone. You do that, and then once you get so you can collect all of them. They're not insane to do.
Yeah.
And then this raw static stats on that's +2 movement, +1 to advance and charges, +2 OC, +1 leadership, and then reroll 1s to hit and wound. That is a good, it's a good package. And it's fun. I like playing a mini game within the game.
Yep.
And it gives you a lot of extra CP because you get the 2. You can get up to 5 extra CP? No, 4 extra CP.
Interesting.
5 or 4 extra CP because if you roll for the qualities, or for the...
No, I think that's only the first time you complete.
It's the first time, but if you're going to complete all of them, so you might as well roll anyway. So so you get a bonus if you roll for any of it.
It's the first for each time you complete that one. So you pick different ones, you get them.
Yeah. It's
weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. We like big knights. That's cool.
So big knights, it's cool.
Yep.
And then they do a cool thing with the enhancements, where the enhancements are all once per abilities.
Yeah.
But they recharge as soon as you get a quest. So they could put really powerful abilities in that. I think some of the advanced ones are a little bit lackluster for such a cool you could have went to Crazy Town with it.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it's supposed to be refilling. It's not every turn. I like the design of it. I think this is a cool, fun idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do want to take this question from Carlos Lamus. Thank you, as always, Carlos. Carlos says, gentlemen, great week of shows. Thank you, appreciate it. Coming in late, Knights prior to 5 months ago was a great stat check army, but not as overwhelming as they are now. Are they better as just a stat check or top-end army? A great question. I think that, especially after this book, so the points adjustments from the last patch, I think really knocked them down as a top-end army.
Yep.
And I think that will continue, actually. I think this book is bad for the game in general. I think it will bully lots of armies and lots of players, but we'll see if I'm wrong, I don't think it's going to be winning all the events all over the place, because there is counterplay. Yep. There are great things against it. I mean, we already have started to see the re-rising of Eldar, and this doesn't change anything about that. They have lots of infiltrate, they'll block us off.
Black Templar, there's a lot of things that are good against Knights, and this doesn't fix any of their issues, but it does make it more of a win more situation. So if Knights will crush things that when they're already winning. Yeah,
they're more extreme. It's like you said, this book, unfortunately, the strongest parts about this book lean into the most problematic parts about the Knight army. It's actually less well-rounded and more of a just let's go bully him up and shoot him up kind of thing, and that sucks. But at the tippy-top end of the game, I don't know that they're going to have the distance that it has to go against. Even I think Death Guard is not too unhappy about this, right? But Death Guard might be a little bit tough because they're going to be shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I don't think Eldar cares about this. I think Eldar just says, okay, more fire dragons, you know? Yep. So I think they will be a problem, yes. I don't know about the top end, personally.
Yeah.
Great question.
And
and Votan, of course.
And it's a very easy thing to say that if they make changes, it can fix the books. This is a cool design book with a lot of things. With some very minor tweaks, makes it actually in line with everything else.
Yeah.
I think if you go after the Forge World Knights, which they should, if you're just using all the stuff that's in this book, it's actually very middle of the road.
Yeah.
A lot of the base Knights are decent, but they're not backbreaking. It's when you start getting into the Forge World Knights that really starts pushing it to the next level.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you just played what was in the book, I think they're actually going to be kind of middle of the road. And I just think that those strats just need to, that one detachment needs to change.
Some adjustments there. The Forge World Knights, and many people have mentioned in the chat, this book was clearly written a long time ago. I think we had first seen, Imperial Knights coming out, what was it? Last LVO, I think we saw previews for them. And then it was not now, not now. We're okay, well, when is it? So here we are. So Yeah, I think it's a bit out of date, and it's to their benefit right now. Yeah, and Bone Thunder's ready. Morty's Hammer will be fine. Big Knights hit on 4s.
Yeah.
Death Guard does have Infiltrate now, so you can do the screening out, and then throw something forward so they're -1 to hit, and then you kill Knights really well. So yeah, I
don't think Death Guard are worried about him.
I think Death Guard, Eldar will be fine. Other people, it's gonna be annoying for a lot of people though.
Votan, Black Templar. I think Marines have good play into them. Like
you really like the Black Templars into them, huh?
I think getting +1 to wound with a bunch of attacks on lethals is really good.
True.
I think Repulsor Executioners love hunting Knights. Like,
yeah, they do.
I mean, I'm really big on Black Templar right now.
No,
so
I mean it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's stuff to do it. Fast, aggressive armies. Like nothing stops them from getting just like charged down.
Right.
Which is like kind of like their problem, and then getting punched in the face, which is weird for Knights to get.
No need to apologize, Carlos. I feel you. Knights and Flyers are and have always been problems for the game because they operate very differently. So that's the issue.
Yeah.
So,
I have a whole Knight household. I will keep buying Knights. I really like them. I just think they're just so skewy that when they're good, it warps the whole meta of the game. Because it's either the haves or have-nots. Like if you can't kill Knights when they're good, you're just going to lose to them.
I think like Jay is saying, I don't think we should ever. I'm really sorry for the Knights players. I know they're a really cool army, but like anytime they're anything better than mid-table army, they're a problem.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but I think that's the way it goes. You know, Forge World Knights need some of their melee weapons making more fluffy. Could be worse, but enough. Yeah, they should be fluffy, but maybe not as strong, or like be more niche. The problem with the Forge World Knights is they do everything just better. Like, and they're so general. They're faster. They shoot really well. They always have the invuln saves. They have abilities that are great against dealing with their problems. But they should be more like a niche pick, like a side grade rather than a pure upgrade. And I definitely don't think that's intentional from GW. It's just the way that it's landed.
Yeah,
you know?
I just think that a lot of the Forge World Knights just need to go up in points because when you build a Knight's army, we're getting distracted from Questoris companions, but when you build a Knight's army, you look at slots of how many Knights you can do. Suddenly, when you're like the 10 points that you can't cut, forces you to remove an entire Knight. It warps the entire army.
It is hard to balance. Yeah,
so if they just, I think like tacking like 30, 40 points onto some of these things really will go a long way.
Matthew Powell has a great question. My local store has 2 Castigator Knight box still. From what I'm hearing, I should pick up that up. Or would a Lancer make my friends hate me more? Castigator's not great. Lancer definitely is.
Castigator got a little bit better.
Yeah, but how much hopium is that?
I just think just the sustained hits on it are like nice.
So would you take that over a Lancer?
I mean, I have both, so I don't care.
But if you were buying a new one.
If I was going to buy a new one, I'd definitely have a Lancer. I think the Lancer is just such a Knight with a 4-up invuln save in close combat is
too much.
It's a lot to deal with.
But Cartilage UK is also correct. Magnetize. Magnetize it regardless. So I would buy the Lancer box, but magnetize it. We have a Lancer box here actually. I'm at some point I'd like to make it into a Chaos one and magnetize it. You know. So
I might steal it to make a second Lancer because double Lancers is really mean.
Yeah, you did already try to steal it when we first got it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, love this discussion. Keep it going. We're going to talk a bit more about the Questoris friends.
Yep.
So let's take a look.
All right.
Enhancements. No, we talked about that already.
Yep. So no, we haven't talked about it. We talked about the idea of it.
It just works similarly.
Yeah. So this is the one where like if they complete the quest, you get to reload.
Okay. So Herald of Triumph forces a battle shock at -1 when you make a charge. When you charge into them, it's -1. They take it.
Yeah. I've literally put it in my notes here. Yeah. I wouldn't take this if it was even on every charge.
Wow.
Charge move.
Because it's -1, I'm listening. If it was just a flat.
It's once. You use it once, and then you lose it until you refill your...
Okay, I forgot about that.
So I can see at -1 when you make a charge, like if it was every charge move. But even then, I'm like, eh.
Yeah. Wormslayer?
Wormslayer. There's this like weird design that someone like really likes the idea of knights fighting dragons.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so they always have something that's super anti-fly in like their books. Awesome. It always shows up as like this. So this is full. You get full reroll to hit against anything but fly in the shooting phase. Okay. Points dependent. This is okay. Like there's some stuff with fly. It's really good. Yeah. It's only once per game to reload, so it's like
very meta dependent.
It's really meta. Like if demon primarchs are crazy, you kind of like do that to shoot stuff down.
Exactly.
If there's a lot of like Eldar, do the Eldar things have fly like the warp spiders or the
warp spiders don't have fly, but swooping hawks and all their
tanks. Boats. What are their tanks? Yeah,
those all have fly. Yeah. But the Pendant of Silver Fury.
Oh, this one's great. This is what we're talking about.
What about sustained hits 2 in melee? That's the kind of once per game ability that can shift the course of a game. And maybe in the course of using this, you actually unlock your vow again and reload it immediately.
Yeah, and so you just like, you really get those big hits.
Great.
Especially when you're doing like the sweep attacks or anything, like a lot of attacks on like a Gallant, where it has sustained hits and lethal hits.
It's cool.
I mean, the game's all about getting sustained hits and lethal hits on the same unit.
Jay says, real question for me, should I be painting my Votan Zerks for me or more guns to prep for these knights? I would say guns are going to be better against these knights. The Zerks are great, but like the guns.
The anti-guns are like...
The anti-vehicle, like the Thunderkin are fantastic for that.
I would have 18 Thunderkins. I have 18 Thunderkin. That's where I'm...
People have walked me back from the 18 Thunderkin more towards... I would do 12. I would do a brick of 6 with the anti-tank, 2 units of 3 to strip cover, and then you focus on the Steeljacks from there.
Steeljacks are pretty cool.
They're great. 18 Thunderkin, you say? 18. I think if Mites continue to be a problem, then yes, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The Steeljacks are more well-rounded, I would say.
Knights are going to exist. You need to be able to kill them, but I kind of like what we saw the meta is like, I don't think this book makes them any better or worse than what they're already doing.
Zerks are anti-vehicle as well. True. It's just hard to reach them, especially if the thing we're worried about is knights that move super fast. Melee is tough because there's this game. So imagine they go first. They can alpha strike you. What if they don't go first? Are you going to move forward and then they're going to run forward and shoot you? Or are you waiting back and at some point they will always have this ability to sprint forwards and shoot you. So getting into melee is going to be really tricky. Whereas shooting them, much easier. So I don't know.
Yeah. Why not both?
Why not? I mean, probably why not both? Exactly.
Yeah. It's very easy to get max units of 3 units of everything in the Votan collection.
Very easy, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You just have a rich benefactor.
Yeah, just spend $3,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Anyways, back to this. We have one more Crushing Condemnation.
Yeah,
this classic.
Yeah, this one's fun. It's the old like ability where you used to, if you killed something like a vehicle or something, this is just any unit. You could throw it at another unit do mortal wounds to it.
I love it. That's fun.
It's fun. Like, it's a cool ability.
It's a weird as an enhancement, but it's pretty sick. So that's enhancements. They're cool. They're fun, thematic. Half of them, I'd say, are interesting.
Yeah.
So getting into the strats.
All right. So the first one is Courageous Stand, and this is in the shooting phase. It brings back the 6+ Feel No Pain. So it's like...
I hate that.
Bring it back. It's, as we saw, it's good. But like having it be not static as just an extra, being like 6 up feel no pain going into, you do it when someone's going really big into you, where you're like, I don't know, because it's not reliable.
No.
But it gives you,
it's really when they're preparing for a big go turn, so you gotta time it, which is
if
fair.
you're worried about your knight being killed in one turn, you use when round of shooting. That's when you use it. They're gonna kill all of your wounds, it's about 6 extra wounds.
Yep. Next up, we've got Titanic Duel for 1 CP. This gives you +1 to wound in shooting or fighting, but only against walkers, Titanic monsters. That's fantastic. This is great. It's obviously slightly niche, but not really, let's be honest.
It's weird that it's not vehicles. It's walkers instead of vehicles.
We can't duel vehicles.
Yeah.
You can't duel knights. Wait a minute.
So this is the one, it's back from before that it's... It was 2 CP before, but then it gave you 1 if you'd actually killed it.
Yeah.
Which like made it actually kind of awkward to kill because you didn't really have a lot of 2 CP.
No, so this is just better. Moment of Glory.
Yep, extra 3-inch consolidation into combat. It's a cool way of just crashing through.
Solid.
You wanted it?
Hero's Tread, 1 CP, going to give you +5 OC. It is in your command phase, which is great.
So yeah, it's nice for like flipping at one back. If someone tries to take something back and you're like, no, this is my point. And you push them off.
Because it's easier to bracket, well, I don't know if it's easier. If you get bracketed, you could use this to give your bonus to your OC back up, flip the point. So it's great.
So it's about just taking it back if someone tries to take you.
Yep. Unstoppable Warrior.
This one is expensive, but super strong. 2 CP to fall back, shoot, and charge, which tagging up knights with they have blast weapon stuff is a problem.
That's obnoxious.
Being able to walk, and you have the CP from because you're doing a quest. Like this is really strong. Like
this
tagging
is the
knights
CP
is
attachment. Yeah.
Like tagging knights does actually create a problem because you need to maximize your activations every time with them, and if they're stopping you from doing that, you just don't have enough resources.
Yeah, exactly.
And driven by the past, which drives me from the past, gives you advance in charge for 1 CP.
Right.
Let me tell you a story about. I loved the original at the beginning of the 10th edition.
Yeah.
There was this narrative idea of your bondsman ability was like you got it like when your guy gave a bondsman, it gave it to your knight and your like armiger. It's like a knight teaching his squire how to do this ability.
Yeah.
It was fun, it was fluffy, and they just made 2 of them that were too strong. One it was like the Crusader was just like getting +1 to hitting on 2s and stuff was too much.
Yeah.
But the other one was Lancer gave advance and charge, and then you could advance and charge the Lancer, which they deemed was too strong.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back. Like, I wish they brought it back. Like, I love the interactiveness of the bondsman ability.
Yeah.
They could have fixed it just and changed people's bondsmen if they thought they were too strong.
Right.
But now that advance and charge, great ability. It's really good on one. Just go straight into the enemy, a full tilt with a Lancer.
Right.
Ruin someone's day.
Exactly. Excuse me, T. I think Adorn can duel. You can duel with pistols. So the tank can duel. You'd be like, you about face, and then you go, and then the turret spins around.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or they can duel like infantry heroes, because they'll just run them over.
Yeah, that's a duel.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Carlos Lamas, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Hate to ask, but I'm building my Space Wolves. Couldn't get my hands on the Thunderwolf cavalry, but I got one of each of the various tanks minus the base repulsor. What will I need to beat them? Got 4 local Imperial Knights players. So Space Wolves into Knights. Space Wolves do have tools to deal with this. I mean, funny enough, this is why Mel has been really on the Beast Slayer train, because you do get lethal against them, and you get +1 to wound, which is great. You're also going to get +1 to wound in the other detachments that you would consider, right? Obviously, like Gladius, Stormlance, things like that. But you also get lethals all the time, which is essential because, like in melee, you have a lot of things that are lower, like middle strength. So it's still tough to wound. So there is actually something to be said about that, right?
Wolfen with hammers are really good. They give you it's 3 damage, it's anti-vehicle.
Monster on a 3+.
3+. So, like, and they're fast. So it's like getting on top of knights is like how you beat them.
Yep.
Is you want to get them into melee, and then they have no invuln. There's no way to give them an invuln save in melee at all in this book.
Yeah, exactly.
And they only have 3-up saves, so it's really easy to chunk them down pretty quick. I think Space Wolves are in a very good spot to face them.
The giant unit of Blood Claws with Ragnar, 20 Blood Claws with Ragnar, reroll wounds, and then you give them Lance, so it's on 5s, rerolling all wounds. Again, it's a bunch of melee, and you just force them to take a lot of saves. You mentioned you have the various tanks. I mean, the Space Marine tanks are good at killing vehicles. It's tough because they're good at killing you back, but like your Vindicators, your Lancers, your Repulsor Executioners, those are all still going to be well positioned to deal with this.
You know what I've been actually tuning into and big fan of?
Yeah.
Are the Storm Speeders.
Oh, for the +1?
The Thunderstrike is they hit hard, they're fast, so they can dive around a corner, shoot, and then they're giving everyone +1 to wound. When you're not in normal Space Marine things, getting +1 to wound onto Knights suddenly becomes a big deal when now your intercessors are shooting out, winning on 5s.
Yeah.
Like, it's good.
That's fantastic. The one thing I think is that does suffer in this current meta, and again, Mel also found this, is the Redeemer. Is a fantastic tank, but in a vehicle meta, it struggles because it's not killing those things really well, and they love to kill it. So maybe leave that one at home unless you are really, really into it.
Ballistic Dreadnoughts, very good.
They're good as well. Yeah.
2 up because of their high armor and then able to get AOC or be in cover. Knights actually struggle at killing them at range.
Yeah, that's actually true.
You'll think about it, and then it's really hard, and you can sit all the way back and shoot down the flanks.
Exactly. So I hope that's helpful, Carlos. Great question. So that is the Super Friends detachment. I mean, final thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I think it's cool. You know, it's more reasonable than the other one.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I like the quest. I think you can get a lot of if you complete all 3 quests, which you're not guaranteed every game, but when you do that, that's a lot of stats.
Yeah.
They're getting +2 movement, and you're getting +2 OC, and that it makes them really scary, especially as the game goes on. You're losing resources. You need your actual resources to get better.
Exactly.
So it kind of helps that. I think it's a decent one that you might see and has some really good strats.
Yeah, exactly. And Cursive with +1 is good as well. Just make sure you have enough shooting weapons for that +1 to be worth it. But it's also not a bad unit to just have. That takes us to the final detachment.
This is the final detachment.
This is the
Spearhead at Arms, also known as the Armiger detachment.
Armiger time.
So your Armigers get battle line back, so you can take more than 3 Helverins or Warglaives.
You can spam things.
And your detachment rule is you can choose whenever you use your bondsman ability, it affects 3 different armigers.
What?
So like you can really do that. So you're going to for every 3 armigers you take, you want to take 1 big knight.
That's amazing, like a preceptor.
Yeah, so it's like generally you want to take, I forget what the math is, I broke it down. It's like 2 big knights and then I think like 8 armigers.
Okay.
I haven't crunched the numbers, but yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of really solid abilities and good stratagems in this one. I think this one is tied for either the best or second best. And you'll probably see a lot of this in the local scene.
Yeah, people love this kind of stuff. So enhancement-wise, first we've got Mentor's Pride. This is when you, what is this one? Oh, reroll hits?
Yeah.
On up to 2 of your armigers?
Yeah, so when you bondsman up to 2 armigers, they get, those armigers get rerolls to hit.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's like 2 or more, so it's like you have your guy, like you want him to choose it, like spread out his ability, which you're like doing anyways, and it's just full rerolls to hit, which is just nasty. Fables of Nightmare. A lot of these are it's about giving your bonded armigers stuff.
Okay. This gives you them precision, which is,
it's 10 points, so it's like if you have an extra 10, it's not, but you're never really like, where your armigers trying to like snipe out a character or something. That's more of like precision.
This is melee shooting?
Yeah. This is shooting.
You can do it in shooting.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel weird about it.
Yeah, melee weapons.
Melee.
So you can try to snipe out a
It's hard
character.
to snipe them, though. Like, we saw even today how swingy, like, a Warglaive is in combat.
They always, I'm not a big
maybe you
precision fan.
So only if you have the extra 10 points and you're not using another slot.
I think in, like, range precision can do, because you could, like, at least have a chance of killing him before he reaches.
If it was range, you could have the volume. But instead, take those 10 points, maybe spend them on Tales of Heroism, which lets your bonded armigers ignore modifiers to hit and wound. Now that, we're talking. So that is amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And then finally, Martial Tuition. You can interrupt for 0 CP. It's 15 points.
As long as they're bonded, but like that's good.
Yeah. So you know they're mostly solid here, honestly. What about strats? What do we have here?
All right. So the first one is Virtue of Courage. It's weird that how they're worded.
Yeah, you double checking something.
Yeah. It's 1 knight and like 1 armiger unless they're bonded. And then you can choose up to 3 armigers get +1 to hit.
Oh, weird.
And so like they'll all be friends and get +1 to hit in melee. It's like
sounds fantastic to me.
Yep. So it's nice. It's like you're going in with your knights. They're all together.
Yep. And then 1 CP Exemplar's Wisdom. After a big knight shoots at something, you can get +1 AP for your armigers.
Yep. And so it affects his bonded ones. So
yeah, which is 3 of them in this case.
Yeah. So that's generally really good. It has to be one of his targets. So it's like if you're you can split fire.
Yeah.
Like using your little quester stubber.
That's funny.
To like tag up something, and then then whatever your armigers are going full bore into, then they can do that. It's really good because I mean you can.
Yeah.
Make Helverins really nasty.
Yeah, get those extra AP. People are freaking out about it a little bit. I mean, you have to focus down, which is not something that is not always something you want to be able to do. You want to do in 40K, but you know, it's good.
Yeah.
1 CP Mantle of the Mentor.
Yep, is you're able to fall back and shoot, and so you can do up to 3 if they're bonded. So it's like you bond 3 of them and then you fall back.
I hate that. That's so good. Because again, another great way to fight knights. Tag them up.
Yeah.
Get them into melee, especially these smaller knights.
Yeah, I agree that them going to AP2 is not nothing, but it's kind of a worse version of Squire's Duty, which they had, because it has to be after your knight shoots.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can split shots, but generally if you're shooting like your big gun into stuff, you're going to overkill it, and then your 3 bonded knights are going to finish something off versus just choosing something and annihilating it. It's good, like AP2, but it's not...
I think the other strat was too good, the old one.
Yeah.
And this is like the same thing with the restriction, which is good.
Yeah.
You know?
Next is Thin the Ranks.
Yep.
Which gives up to 3 bonded armigers.
Rapid fire?
It gives rapid fire.
Rapid fire 1 or?
Rapid fire 1, but all their guns, they have multiple guns, so like they have 2 auto cannons, so you get +2 shots.
There. +1 Melta Spear, that's nice.
+1 Melta Spear.
That's more exciting.
But it's +1, and you can do it up to 3/1. So it's like it can stack up if you're going into targets.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, for 1 CP. All the facts that you can just affect multiple stuff, but it has to be bonded. The big thing about going to this one, go after the big knights, and a lot of their abilities actually shut down.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a classic. 1 CP, we've got Let Duty Be Your Shield as Armor Contempt.
Yeah.
Which is, it's good. Again, because you have a 5-up invuln, there's only a certain band of AP that this will actually be useful against.
Yeah,
but
it's only
still
your
great.
shooting phase. So
Yeah, it's still good.
yeah, still rotate ion shields.
Yep.
Yeah, but
And then
I'll
Squire
take it
Charge.
over that. Yeah, is allows you to go into reserves by walking in, but
I got it. You're good.
is so they go back into reserves and walk back on the board. It's good if they're bonded. They have to be near the board edge to do it. But you can have up to 3 knights go back into reserve, which is
great.
like weird if because like you have to be bonded, but also near the board edge and walk in. But it's good if you can pull it off.
It's very good. This is uppy downy for up to 3 Armigers.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But
Because you could be like on one flank, pop up,
Yeah.
go away, pop up the other side. It's so
yeah,
good.
so
It's
especially
crazy
with the
good.
Helverins because
Yeah.
you're just playing the angles, and
It's
so you can keep
amazing.
it. Yeah, I think this is really good.
No downplaying it. It's very strong.
Yeah, I think you can just get a lot of value for 1 CP affecting multiple knights.
Yup. And that's him.
That's
It's a great
it's really
detachment.
good. So this kind of walked you through the book. What are your thoughts, Adrian?
I think it's very strong. I think there's obviously the Helverin and the Valourstrike detachments are particularly strong. I think Knights are less durable overall than they were, largely because losing the Feel the Pain and stuff like that. I'm glad that the reactive fight on death is gone.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of the biggest problems. I do think that they still have absurd damage output, and the speed is the other biggest issue.
They're too fast.
It's too fast. But I like the concept of the book. Everything feels very thematic. It is a bit too strong in some places, but I think the heart is right. It's just coming out at the wrong time.
It's a weird choice to make have multiple things affected by special abilities in like a super elite thing.
This is the one army where a strat that affects 1 unit is already super strong because it's going to affect 20, like 30% of your army in 1 CP. So this was not the army to double down. You do that ability in an MSU army, not in a elite army. So that's weird.
It's weird.
What do you think?
Yeah, kind of same thoughts. Is I think it's going to be jarring. I think the first time when you go against a Knights player who's going to full tilt into your face turn 1, and you're just like, I wasn't expecting this. It's going to suck. People are going to adjust. It's going to like haunt the mid tables, but like at top tables, people are going to be prepared for this.
Yeah.
That they know it's coming. You have to build tools to deal with it.
Yep.
But it's not bad. I do think a lot of the stuff in the books are balanced on the, like, if they remove Forge World Knights, I think the book goes way down in power.
It's fair.
Or so if they that'd be GW's easiest thing to address. The next level is I would make a lot of their strats that affect multiple knights. It's just too good.
Absolutely.
But I like it. As a knight player, it's fun. I'm excited to see more different knights on them. They did address a lot of the issues with a lot of the knights before.
Yeah.
Of that were like not being taken because they just didn't have good rules or an issue.
True.
Like the Paladin's main issue kind of got fixed in an interesting, fun way.
The internal balance does feel better.
Yeah, like a lot of the knights in the book are pretty equal with each other. There's not like anyone like you're dumb for taking this.
No.
It's where it's like, oh, it's cool. But like that, there are some crazy things that can happen though, and the problem with knights, everything's done in extremes.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be a lot of situations where just one player's walking away upset. Is there'll be the player that has 20 fire dragons and kills all the big knights in 1 turn, and that's just it.
It's annoying. I'm annoyed about that because, like I said, like for me personally, selfishly, I'm looking at. I've been really enjoying playing my guard, but I really struggle with high toughness. And if it's another 6 months of whole stuff, I'm really not feeling good. And I'm also interested in Emperor's Children. You know what they suffer into? The same problem.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, 20 fire dragons.
It's so upsetting is that when they're pushing towards like a whole meta, which we talked about is that like the only thing that has big guns to kill big knights are other big vehicles.
Yeah.
So just the natural way the game skews this way, it just makes so many profiles and units you just don't look at because like, they're great anti-infantry, which should be in the game, but you just don't see them. And so it just starts bottlenecking the whole game as a whole.
Exactly.
So it's tough. And I love knights.
They're cool, but
I'll be playing them. I don't think I would feel good bringing them at events right now.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, this too shall pass. Things will. Another thing, someone said this earlier. The good thing about when knights are strong is you know exactly what to tech for. So prepare for them. Bring your infiltrators. Bring your scouts. Bring things that kill big vehicles, and let's just buckle up and deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I think Chaos Knights are better, if that's any consolation.
Chaos Knights are a problem. Jack K was asking if we can take a look at the Crusade rules. Let's dive on into that. Let's do that briefly. We're not going to go in super depth, but we'll do that, and then we're going to be signing off. So final questions while we're doing Crusade stuff. Let's take a look. I assume you haven't looked at any of this yet.
I have not looked at any of the Crusade rules. I want to go into blind for narrative.
Yeah, are you going to take these to narrative?
I might.
You're a fun guy.
I can bring a Questoris companions thing.
Exactly. I might just have to hold this up because it's going to be hard to see it without having gone over it already.
Yeah.
So you get you have your chivalric quests, which makes sense. If you have no active chivalric quests in your warlords, Imperial Knights, you can swear your knights to one of the following quests. You can strike down the unclean behemoths. You can raise high the penance of victory. You can stamp out the champions of dishonor, and you can secure the realm.
You should do that.
That's really cool. And they have different things that
you earn points that build up over time, so you can be more chivalric.
That's awesome. And then if you fail to complete your quest, you become dishonored.
Oh no.
That's awesome. Masteries.
And so these are like the static buffs of like what you put on your knights, which is
so
fun.
Cool. This is so cool.
At narrative, you have to probably like color in each of the little flags.
Right?
So yeah, you go on quest,
Mastery of mechanisms, condemnation, the joust. Your agendas, of course, you've got sally forth, break their will, petition for aid.
You notice one thing I did notice from this book, if we're talking about narrative stuff,
Yeah.
they did not bring out the normal distinction between Mechanicus households and Imperial.
Oh yeah.
Of like Questoris.
Doesn't really exist in
that
this
they
one.
just went straight in there like, nah, they're all fancy boy knights.
Right. Which I guess fair enough. There's only so many ways you can break it down. It's a pretty small Crusade section, to be honest. I've seen.
You go on quest and you get buffs for doing it.
Where are the scars? There's no scars here.
I think there's scars.
Agendas, requisitions. Oh, battle scars. Oh, it's a chart of 3. You can have a stain of dishonor, no bondsman. You can be bonded in shame, -2 OC and -1 leadership, or you can be desperate for redemption, not able to fall back. Those are kind of lame. Those are lame scars.
Yeah, they're not really punishing.
Wow. Crusade relics. Huh. Oh, the Armor of the Sainted Ion Classic.
No, it's back.
2-up save, baby.
Sanctuary. These are just all the old ones.
5. A lot of the, the shock attack gun, the super one, is in Crusade.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They just recycle a lot of stuff. I love it.
So, small Crusade section, but cool stuff. So overall, cool book. Probably too strong. Can easily be fixed by points and some small rules adjustments.
Yeah.
Probably, another 6
Knights are
weeks of
super
Knights.
easy to balance by with points because you can just make them unplayable.
Exactly. And of course, the big question we're all wondering is, will we see a balanced Vegas slate soon? Hopefully, don't know. We'll find out. Of course, got the Las Vegas Open coming up. And,
I'll be there as the last Titan.
the last Titan. Do they have a name generator? I didn't see one.
They do. It's in the back.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the last page.
That's points.
Crusade
Crusade
I saw
badges.
it.
Relics, burdens, agendas, requisitions.
Not.
No.
You email me, I'll name your knights for you.
Yeah. Email Shane.
I'll be the entire one.
At Del Ruckus. Thank you, Matthew Powell, for the super chat. Appreciate it. With Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights being strong, should I swap out my Warhound Mega Bolter Inferno Cannon for a Turbo Laser and a Plasma Blaster? Yeah, do it. Oh, man, that'd be so awesome.
I won't humor this.
The last thing that they would expect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is that on a Warhound?
That's the Warhound.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Don't do it.
You know how strong Knights are, Shane? You know how strong they are? They're so strong. This weekend I was playing, I was 3-1 at the time. And he looked 2 tables over to me. So someone who's also 3-1 had a gosh darn Porphyrion. 3-1 at a big GT. That's how strong this book is. The book was.
Still trying to track down whatever happened to that Porphyrion.
Yeah. They did say that? Ooh, that's cool. They said that when they did the points changes. Okay, cool. Fingers crossed. Hopefully soon enough for LVO, because I don't know if you guys noticed, it's September.
I really wanted to come out so that LVO can adjust to it, because I always hate when you go to a tournament and there's it's like one patch behind, and they're like, then people just have this weird it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, we're still playing the game.
It's all made up.
Everything matters. This is the most important game you'll play ever in your life.
So true. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, hopefully that was helpful, useful, entertaining, all of the above. Certainly helpful. Shane, thank you for your really in-depth research on this. It means a lot. I don't know Knights as well, so it was very helpful. Of course, let us know in the comments below what you thought, what you think about the book, what are your hopes, fears, dreams, all that stuff. Yeah. If you're a member, Tuesday we're going to be playing Imperial Knights again. We'll put a vote up to determine which one that we try. So, if you want to be influence that, become a member. And Monday is my birthday, so we're going to play some Mundigmar birthday stream. It's going to be a great time.
Yep.
We'd love to see you there. And if today you were sad because we didn't have Raven Guard, well, tune in next Saturday where we have Mr. Ethan Sean along with Shrike featured against, I played Mel and the Chaos Beast Marines. It was a great game. So, It's a fantastic time. With that, folks, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll catch y'all next time on the Tabletop. Bye!